AURORA sacrifice themselves against one another and end up cover to play with nades landing on
3 full teams and the solo in Nomi.
It goes around the corner with a nade prime. There's the close engagement.
Looking for the flash, can't quite get it just yet. Might be crowned our tournament MVP. Oh, the nade of Refus! The 1v4 from a range!
The low on health as Refus once again delivers his second big nade of this game. If they could just find it, that will be to walk away with the W early today. If they were able to get one, Max, theoretically, from what we've got in the standings here, that would be AURORA, TT Project, GOAT Team, and the Vicious, all being able to make it through to the upcoming LAN event in Jakarta and stamping those tickets in our top 4. So that would be the teams if for AURORA. And I'm glad that they do opt to catch a little bit of movement in the back line there and decide to jump in the vehicles and create space. Don't stay nearby. Get over to where they feel more comfortable and could potentially actually have some nice playable space in the zone. Scary that it's TT Project down that side as well. GOAT Team going for the same drop last time up towards Stauber as they'll have that late rotate down. We'll see if this will work out as well. Will their heads get a bit too big? Will the rock get to them? And will they crumble? And can they take this one in their stride, play a slower game out and be able to get themselves into a good position themselves? Collapse here from TGM, up close and personal towards Amix as they drive by and a few shots are delivered on target. Sanic looking to get the lineup, but it doesn't look that great for either team. Effectively ending in a stalemate so far.
And this spot, Alamo, is not even in the play zone, so not worth it. But you know what? Maybe worth it now when you get those initial knocks and a bit of damage on the get an angle onto him. We have yet to see any knock really coming through after that initial nade. Sanic now behind the door frame, cooking that nade, looking to chuck in CQC right to the face. That's a beautiful nade, very phallic vibe from 4 Thrives. You learn from the best. Generation going through the window, Kvik. What is going on? That's a big misplay. Easy pickup for TGM. Generation of Miracle, a miraculous run in this compound breach. Only losing Retro so far. It's a pretty decent dub, but getting overwhelmed. Sanic going solo once again. So many misplays individually from these two teams. Now, just put in Misa trying to make it work out. Default a little bit too far in the open, but he still wins the fight. The one-on-one trade on to put in. How does that work out? Misa attempting a reset, but Amix got the 2v1 advantage. And this is looking like a game over play. TGM was looking so good initially, but everything falls apart as Amix stand tall and claim those 4 eliminations.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Sanic had no ammo. When he went around the corner, the clip was dry. It had run empty. Literally had no ammo in the mag, mate, and didn't know why he couldn't shoot him when he was standing on the stairs. That's a hell of a panic on that one.
Ooh, do you want to take that risk? Seems like for Ralph, it might be the case with a buggy going for the wide wraps, sending it south into Alamo itself. Nade cooked up, primed for default. Just get a bit of damage. 2 back-to-back. It will not connect default with a jump shot on the DBS. What a huge engage. Can the duo take it home once again? Bring it up to 8. Eliminations total. There's a possibility. Darling also going for the wide wraparound over to the west. So many misplays happen in this compound. I was being very critical, but it's going to be Havlik. First to fall on the duo, down to default in the clutch scenario. In a very nadeable building. He's got to be on the move, got to be on the pivot. As the blue engulfs the area, adding an extra time factor to the equation. The default's been looking so good with the DBS in the past. Will it be enough? As over, actually another third party's unfolding. Jackie is just non-stop here. 27 plus, want a piece of the compound.
Everyone wants to fight, it seems, and the shots are on target from all sides. Havlik eventually expires to D2R that pull up, and then 27 plus next in line to deny them entry. Can D2R hold them back? Good shots from Ruzen, primed on target as Betts bites the bullet literally and falls over. So it gets incredibly comfortable there. Everyone hearing this dinner bell being rung. And for D2R, they might want to just cut their losses on it, realizing it's not worth the risk of losing any more stock here. Yeah, mate, everyone's coming over.
What's going on in Alamo? It's not even in circle. And actually, Destined to Rise were in shelter, and it's literally dead center of circle 3. If they can survive, even more going into circle 4.
Yeah, if they can get themselves into a late game finish, great. as they're all losing their grasp. Just trying to tag in the next team. It's still going.
It's not a good position. It doesn't make any sense to me. There are so many good available options in the playable area, and yet they're just hungry for eliminations. I think it is also a knockoff effect
and get the full heal back on their teammate that went down a couple minutes ago. So we reached the 15-minute mark, and they're still alive for now, in a decent position to try run the clock down on this game. Same could not be said for D2R, that forced their fights out
to make their way into the smash zone. This is a great opportunity for the likes of Goat Team and Vicious.
Yeah, this is a brilliant position, mate. Dream scenario now to try and climb on where there. Oh, Fearless up top side as well. Good. Finds the angle on the peak. Hardboy unable to tuck into cover. Star panicking. Oh, mate. Somehow dodges the shots to tuck back in towards shelter, but they might just send Atomic cratering down to chase him and see if they can force him out of that mole hole that he's playing inside of.
Now 9 squads are left in this lobby, and in particular you talked about DG, right, looking to fight onto champion.
Yeah, both of them with their fingers crossed that they can close it here. You forget about Aurora, you forget about a Goat. The other teams will come back kicking themselves if they do. Nades in, Fearless with the backstab there. Good adjustment onto Ravio as he will fall pre-pod with a sideline shot as well. That's DG still getting stuck into the mud, letting everyone just whittle each other down as they throw all of their investment at each other on this hillside battle. Demo sprinting from cover to cover, Eyes finding the targets, but he's not able to deliver. Team could be forced to fight soon as well once that zone starts to shuffle. Ooh, Refus. We cut to his POV and see that they're able to find the Avalanche squad that are getting a little bit too close to comfort and do put some...
In particular, if you're Aurora or Goat Team, if you want to have good success, and it will be Windy spotted eventually, but yeah, you got to keep fighting and clear the space around you because this circle is hell on earth.
As Mad will get caught, DG77 might crash up towards it as well. So Aurora in a sandwich between Avalanche and DG77.
Opportunity of survival. As they are barely in play zone for some of the players on the more southern edge, but they do spot Misha. I think they heard maybe an audio cue. Rotate. They're going to be putting no knock will be found. And Avalanche in a great play too. Setting out to DG. This is literally the perfect setup for Aurora. Jackie maybe being gifted the perfect off angle, and the elimination's just flooding the way of Aurora.
They absolutely farm them. Everyone crashes on top of one another and they throw away that great position they had for so long. Both teams that could have closed out Aurora sacrificed themselves against one another and are now trapped with a tiny amount of cover to play with. With nades landing on top of them, it's only Nomi left from DG7.
The kind of cover you have in this circle is that one big boulder where DG sent it with the likes of Avalanche. But now that position's been cleared almost fully. Only Nomi stands over there. And the only squads that could be a real threat to this win for them is going to be Goat and Vicious, and also 777 in this situation. 3 full teams and a solo in Nomi. And all that stands between Aurora Gaming and the win here in Pmgo ECA Season 1.
Dark looking to just close it. Goes around the corner with a nade. Primed. There's the close engagement. Ooh, quick shot back. He got the knock. To be in now. Aurora with 4 players still standing. Top up on the hillside. Armed with weapons he's very capable with. Let's see if he can deliver some swift death.
He's got over 500 bullets with the MK12. That's more than enough. Okay, just spray the entire match against shoot. Just such a positive aspect of this team. As Aurora get the opening one again, it's going to be Doc for the dub. Getting one onto Force, looking for the flush. Can't quite get it just yet. As goes on that second spray down, and that is going to be an extra elimination as Goat Team get fully eliminated. I was going to say, Jackie, this was the only team that could compete for the win from that high ground position. They're now out of the equation. It's 3 teams left, 777, Vicious, and a full squad of Aurora Gaming.
Oh, and the Vicious get hit from the sideline. Top, you said he had 500 rounds of ammo. Already 50 of them have been spent because he's been shooting players down. As he onto Narvalo, but where does it go from here?
Oh, and also Refus getting some big numbers, looking to join the MVP gang. He's the only one on this team that's yet to claim an MVP title. And if he gets the win here, chances are he might be crowned our tournament MVP. Aurora, I would say, got to be careful not to split too far apart. Vicious still have a monster. The nade of Refus, the 1v4 from a range. And this might just be the nail in the coffin. Out of nowhere, Refus showing he's one of the best of Mongolia as he makes his way into the play zone, looking to end this tournament with a smash.
Unbelievable scenes. Lines them up and knocks them down. The god hand of Refus delivering. I think this will be a jackpot for them as the Joker has been played. And it is Aurora looking to close it here. All it would take is one more shutdown. They could win it off the back of this game, Max. Let's see if it's possible. The collapse from 777. They drive up. Doc unleashes the magazine onto one. He's low on health, but he's got backup, and the rest of 777 is crumbling under the pressure. Nade over the top side. They're low on health as Refus once again delivers his second big nade of this game. If they can just find it, that will be the tournament going their way. They've done it. Aurora are your champions.
Down, I was like, yeah, it's looking game over. The man did not need to flex that hard to wrap up the win, as all of these players walking out in triumph, victorious in this event. They've had some shaky starts, but that is the typical Aurora way.
But the champions, there they are. The legends themselves, Aurora Gaming.
Also for this team, but build a history lesson. This is the team that, sure, it was different rosters, but some of the members back on full Miracle Vibe won the CSA region.
To Refus, deserve through and through. I think both of us align on this one, man. There's no way anyone else deserved it with how good he was this event.
Yeah, I was seeing the chat. People were doubting Refus at the start of this tournament, saying he was in stride, and will be securing himself, of course, that MVP award brought to you by Infinix once again. Does that mean he gets 2 phones? I guess so.
He's got 2 phones now.
Akimbo
yeah.
Infinix.
God damn. He's going to be winning 2 games back to back with a phone in each hand. The MVP prize and the Champions prize. There you go. Infinix supplying.